welcome to the Crystal Stairs ECE Resource Center. Ms. Michelle and I are here to share an activity to go along with this month's story reading. So, Ms. Michelle, this book was really powerful, and I love how it had many short stories within the story. And I think you made a good point about reminding parents and caregivers that you don't have to sit and read this all as one, but you can take time with the story and actually slow down enough to appreciate each story within the book. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. So are you excited to see what we're going to do today?
I am very excited to get a little messy and figure out the inspiration from these stories and how they're going to flourish what we do right now. So what are we doing this time?
Yes, so we're always finding inspiration.
Yes.
Inspiration for this activity actually came from the book. So the illustrations were very vibrant and colorful. Each child had something unique to share. And I was looking at Raphael paint on the rocks. So I thought how cool that would be to bring story stones. So it's something each child could have their own. They can paint, they can draw on it, they can tell their own story.
And I love the examples that we, have painted and played with already before. There was one of my favorite characters was Jordan in the story. And this one here in particular reminds me, Jordan loves dinosaurs and he could talk all day long about it, but he had a very cool special hat that had a pattern similar to this one there.
Yes. I think the fun takeaway for this is you're going to allow the children the opportunity to paint their stones. So however they want to feel represented. So like Grace, I love to sing. So I did one that has like little AirPods, music notes on it. It says la la la. There was another child who expressed that she was dyslexic and she used her imagination and the pictures to paint her world. I'm always trying to say use what you have. You don't have to use these kind of rocks, but I got these at our local dollar store, and you can paint on them, or you can try something like these chalk markers. So that's what we're going to do here today. So you want to try this out?
I would love to. And as I was thinking about it, I personally love to go to the beach. And so I would love to do this activity with my family when I visit them and maybe collect some rocks from the beach and turn it into an at-home activity just for extra fun.
Amazing, yes. And I think that also this book plays off of the garden thing. So if you find stones or rocks in your garden, you can definitely play on that as well. So Ms. Michelle, I'm excited to see what you're going to create for your story stone.
I'm excited too. We talked about everybody having a lot of unique powers, and one of my unique powers is storytelling. Actually, I love to make up stories. I love to, do poetry and find very artistic ways to express myself. So I'm just gonna go for it here. I selected 3 colors here that just fit with what I'm feeling today.
Nice.
And I love that there's already a green base here, which to me represents the grass. We've got to have a good sturdy foundation to know where we are planting the right seeds in life. Nice. I'm gonna start off with yellow right in the middle.
Ooh, that's bright, nice.
I feel that I shine the brightest when I focus on what I can control, which is me, right here. And sometimes life feels like this.
Absolutely.
Different dots. I may not know where they all connect, but I still feel brave enough to start. And sometimes there's lines that I'm learning to cross or learning to understand within myself, within other people, as I continue to ask questions. And just like in the story, it talked about feeling brave enough to ask questions. And as question marks start to come up, like this one here, sometimes I can make my mind swirl a bit.
Wow.
When I don't quite know what's going on.
So yeah, I really enjoyed how you told the story as you were creating your rock, and I think that's a good point to bring up for providers and caregivers to allow the children to tell the story. So the name of the book is Just Ask, and as we know, children have a lot of questions.
They sure do. We are built to seek understanding, and adults often have to facilitate those questions of children. So it is important to allow them to do it. You can even reframe that question. So if your child looks at someone and says, "Why do they look like that?" You could simply reframe it to be, "Oh, are you curious about why that person looks different than you?"
That's a good point to make, because a lot of times as the adult, you're like, shh, 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 and the child doesn't then learn, doesn't get the information, and it teaches them like a shame in a way.
And those shushes are like the adult's social norms, right? And it's society's way of saying, if you don't understand something, just be quiet because you want to be polite. And we come from many generations of trying to be polite, and we end up growing into adults who truly don't understand how to celebrate differences. And we start to think that different means bad. But different is just different. And everything that makes us different is beautiful, just like in a garden. So we want children to feel encouraged to ask those questions and allow them to feel comfortable doing it. And again, sometimes it's just reframing it to help them learn how to do it in a respectful way that everyone can be comfortable with in the dialogue.
That's great. Thank you so much. I think that that piece is very helpful, as a parent, as a caregiver. And then just the reminder to allow children to share their story as well. Like the book says, be different, be brave, be you. All right, so we thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you here again on the next First Friday. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.